Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Shots Life. This week we're back on the $10 boat and we got lots of work planned. We are working on those rear panels still. We're going to get those resined up and fiberglassed, and then we work on the toolbox compartments to get those compartments sealed up so the birds don't get in there and the rain or whatever else. So hey, thanks so much for joining me. Let's get to work. All right, I'll get that cleaned up outside, pressure wash the deck off again, or sidewalk off again, get all that dust out of here. And then we'll resin these suckers up. I'll mix up some resin and we'll get it resined up, at least on one side, and get them started sealing. I think they're gonna look good. Hey, if anybody needs some 3 Series Mow tires, let me know. I need to get rid of these. I've had them on Craigslist forever. I had one hit and I think it was a rip-off kind of thing. Anyway, whatever. All right, let me mix up some resin or clean this up, and then I'll be back. I'm not going to show that, and then I'll just mix up some resin. We'll get this done. All right, I got my windows open and my door open and all that to get a good cross flow. The wind comes from that direction, so it works pretty nice that way. I'm not going to mask up with this little job. It's been a while since I've done this, so mixed up any of this. I feel like I'm kind of missing it, you know? Yeah, not really. All right, so the plan is just to resin it up. I might do 2 little pieces so I can do the other side. Lift it up and I guess I'll let it dry and do the other side. I don't know. I guess so. I'll do the edges and stuff, and then I'll just let it sit back down, and then I'll let it dry and do the other side, I suppose. All right, well, let's mix up a little bit and put some resin on there. Seal these boards up. I don't want to go too much because, well, I just don't want to go too much. I don't want to waste a bunch. I'm just going to use a paintbrush. I'm not even going to use a roller because it's such a small job. I do need a mixer, though, something to mix it up with. That's something I don't have. Let me get that before I make a mess. Well, I guess I'm out of stir stick, so I'll just use this shim. Again, I don't want to overdo this. I don't want to make much. That's probably plenty, actually. We'll see. If not, I'll make some more. My scientifically accurate hardener. That's gonna dry faster. By the way, I just made that. This will be a long way to do it, but it's such a small job. Who cares, right? Well, I should clean this off first, huh? Oh, don't I miss that smell. Wish you guys could smell that with me. Thank goodness it's got a breeze going through. May not be enough, though. I may have to get the fan going. All I'm trying to do with this, though, is seal this wood up. You may think I'm crazy for it doing this, but why wouldn't it work? I mean, fiberglass is for strength, right? I don't need strength. The wood's got the strength. It's not a sport thing. It's just a cover for a door. So it seems to me like it'll work. If it won't, I'm sure you guys are going to tell me. This reminds me of that painter guy. What was his name? I don't remember. Oh, the trees. Happy trees. Happy board. Happy board. There's a little sunshine right here going through the field. Just sprinkle some trees. Sprinkle some flowers. Those flowers just need to be right there. You remember that show? If you're overseas, you probably don't. Oh, Ross. That's what his name was. Something Ross. Bob Ross. That's what it was. Bob Ross. All right, good morning. It's I don't know what today is. Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. I know I got to get this video done is what I know because I got to post it for Friday. Anyway, these came out pretty rough. I mean, they look good, but they came out rough because of the pressure washer. So I'll give those a light sanding here real quick, and then these can be oiled down. And then these are still, oh, they're pretty dry actually. So we'll get they dried all right. So we'll get the back side of these done up. I guess I'll light sand that out too. Got a bunch of crap all over it. And then we will get those done up on the back sides so they are sealed, and we'll go from there. All right, sounds like a plan. I probably should put some cardboard, clean cardboard underneath those or something. All right, let me get these sanded down and oil those first, because once I do this, I won't be able to stand in here. And then I got a bunch of other stuff I got to go do. So yeah, it worked out good. All right, let me get these going. So they came out pretty nice. They're definitely going to need a second coat. They're a little bit darker. I mean, I don't really know why, but they're a little bit darker. Maybe they'll lighten up when they dry, but they're definitely going to need another coat. So we'll let those dry out there. Yeah, that's I can see on the end that's already soaked up. It's funny, the instructions say wipe off the excess, but this wood is so dry. You know, maybe if I do these again before I put them in, I'll have to wipe the excess off, right? Because there's so much on them now. What we got 3 coats on those now? Anyway, so I'm getting ready to do the back sides of these. I got to be careful that I don't get drips on the other side. I've lifted them up just enough that they won't stick to the table anyway, but I don't want any drips. So we'll kind of go over them, then I'll kind of look at the other side to make sure there's nothing dripping around like this side. You know, you can see where it dripped over. So I just need to be gentle with it and cautious that I don't go crazy. Yeah, again, the object here is just to seal this wood, but we'll get this side done and we'll let it sit and let it dry. I got to get all my windows opened up and get the ventilation going through here, but I'll be ready in just a second. All right, so I got all the windows opened up. I got the ventilation coming through. I got the garage shut off so the fumes won't go in there, and I can still work in there later this afternoon. But yeah, let's mix some of this resin up and we'll get to getting. Oh, what are you beeping about? You shutting off? You did shut off. Oh man, were you not running that entire time? Are you kidding me? All right, we got to go back and see what we got here. Oh, that'd be terrible. Don't tell me you weren't running. Oh, this thing's freezing up. What are you doing? All right, let me figure this out. All right, so I don't know what that thing was doing, but looks like I didn't lose too much. I went back and kind of reviewed it. So if I lost anything, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it looks like most of it's there, so that's good. Anyway, so now I'll get back on. There's a rust spot right there. So now I'll get back on this, cleaning this up, and then we'll get to mix up some resin and we'll coat this back side. All right, let's get busy. right, good morning. Sorry for the lighting in here. You know, I still don't have lights in here. It is wired. I just haven't hooked it up because I'm waiting for the drywall and I got to do the trim in the windows and I've been working on a bunch of stuff. Anyway, back on the boat. A lot of you suggested that resin will pop off no matter what off the boards, and to go ahead and do even a thin coat of fiberglass will be fine, just to hold everything in place, and then gel coat on top of that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so I got this thin fiberglass that I've had for quite a while, so I'll cut that out in the shape. Hopefully this piece does both. If not, I got another piece, I think. So we'll cut that out, we'll get that on there, and we'll go from there. Yeah, anyway, so I had to remember everything. I had to get my roller and my pan, and it just has been a while, right? So I just have to make sure I got everything. So I'll open these windows up, we'll get some ventilation going, and we'll get this stuff cut out, and we'll resin her down there, and we'll get her on. I wanted to get this done today because I would like to get the gel coat done. You know, I have my cousin coming in town, and my brother-in-law died. So it's been busy, and I wanted to kind of get this done so that I can do gel coat next week and maybe get a video together for you, because you're probably mad because you didn't get a video last week for the boat. Anyway, so anyway, let me get busy on this and stop talking. All right. So we got those cut out and we're ready to go. So, you know, just when you think you're done with the fiberglass, you guys suck me back into the fiberglass. I thought I was done. All right, well, no sense complaining. Let's mix up some resin and let's get these down. All right, so that was really a pain in the butt. That thin stuff's actually worse to work with than the thick stuff. I should have just done thick. Anyway, I'll have to clean up the edges and all that, sand them down and all that later. But yeah, it's fine. Fun. Anyway, we got it done. We'll let that dry up and then we'll gel coat it and go from there. Well, we'll have to, actually I won't gel coat it. I'll probably do the, I don't even know what it's called, but the mud, the Bondo, but it's not Bondo in boat world. I can't remember the name. Forgive me, boat people. But we'll do that and then we'll gel coat. So, all right, there you go. Moving on. Good morning, everybody. Fall has arrived. It is cold out here. Yeah, so this morning we're going to work on the boat, and I have no idea what we're going to do. It's just that I went 2 weeks without a boat video. We had a death in the family and some other stuff going on, but regardless, so I plan to get some boat video done today and get it posted this week. What we're going to do, I don't know. We'll probably, I don't know. We got a lot to do. Pretty boat. Pretty boat. I think the toolbox is up in the front there. Yeah, that's the toolbox right there. Oh, I need to get in here and get this cleaned back up again too. Got trim everywhere. I think that's the trim for the toolbox actually, so I probably need to take that in and get it cleaned up. Oh, I didn't realize there's trim all the way around this too. Huh. All right, well, oh yeah, I got this shelf to put in the other side and all these, so maybe that's a good idea to get all these cleaned up. Yep. And then the front of this I'd like to change to white, so just to make it more modern. You know, I don't like this big wood piece. I like the wood trim, but I don't like the big wood piece showing. Oh, there's another box. Where's that one go? Yeah, Skeet, maybe these. They've been sitting in here. Nice and comfy. All right, well, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup in here, get a little organized, and then we'll get inside and then get all this stuff out and go from there. All right, so I need to really clean up in here, but that'll get us started, get it up. I mean, it's just organized again, get all this crap out of here, then clean this stuff up. I'll tuck this stuff wherever. I need to wash it all back down and get this place clean again, but whatever. In the meantime, we got the stuff we needed. Let's get out of here and see if we can't clean some of this up. All right, so this door, that doesn't go in there. Yeah, I need to clean that out for sure. Now that it's hooked up and won't leak all over the boat, I can spray that out. There's my battery brackets. Oh, I need to clean this out for sure. It's been leaking, huh? Yeah, let's get all this stuff out of here before that rust becomes a problem. Oh, man. I didn't know there was water in there. All right, well, I got work to do. I'll get back with you guys. What a nasty mess. All right, so I think we're rain safe now anyway. Got everything up and out of the way that's catching the water. But yeah, so everything's out. Thank goodness. I'll check. I think I already did check that one. Yeah, I did. I probably should take this stuff out of here too, because I don't want it to rust up if it does catch water. So all the battery brackets. And I don't know what that stuff is. Probably goes to the battery brackets. Who knows? Oh yeah, that's the hinge for the old door up there, right there. Well, we're not using that anymore. There's a couple more screws that need to go in. This I'll leave right there. All right, well. I think that's gonna work. Just get these things done and get them put back in and we'll be good. All right, so I thought I had a whole cabinet in the other garage. It wasn't a cabinet, it was just a drawer. I think I threw everything in. It is so dang heavy. I'll need to go through. Oh, look, there's a little cup holder thing. That's good to have. So anyway, I'll go through this and, oh, there's a piece of wood. I bet that goes somewhere. That's probably the piece to my top. Let's see. That's probably the piece I was missing off of. Where's the round things at? I put them over here. Maybe. Yep, there's that piece. Isn't that amazing? So I'll get that glued on there and get it oiled up. Isn't that wild? Okay. Well, cool. There's that piece. Neat. Get that over here. That'll be on our list to fix. Clamp up. All right. All right. I've taken all the lead weights out of this. Now I'll put those in a container. We'll put them somewhere else in one of the fiberglass drawers or something, because it's just wearing those the little shelf things out, little drawer things out. The bottoms are all bowed. I suppose some of that's due to moisture. It's weird that Grady would make it out of a material that would bow, but they've all bowed over time. I mean, it is what it is, but you can just see they're all bowed, just press board or whatever. So yeah, so it all makes sense now, right? There's two sets of drawers here. These drawers go in the cabinet that's in there with the knobs on them. The other ones go inside these. There's two sets of actual chests. Those chests go underneath the seat. So it all makes sense now. I don't know what I was thinking or where I got lost, but I did. Hey, hang with me. You'll get lost too. So anyway, I think I'll get this piece glued on. I think that piece is already in there. So we'll get working on this trim here, getting it ready to go. I'll figure out what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to put that white fiberglass stuff that you can buy in sheets at Lowe's. I think I'm going to glue a piece in there. We'll see, just to make it white, and then put the clamp back on there. But I'll get this glued going and start cleaning up this wood so it's ready to go when I do put it back together. Maybe we'll even do some of these drawer fronts. I'm not sure. We found the piece to that back thing, so I'll probably get that glued together. And then, hey, I want to put lust on top of the oiled teak. Has anybody done that? And if you have, let me know what your results were. I mean, I'm not talking about oiling it and then putting it right on. I mean, like some of this stuff, sorry about the light in here. Some of this stuff has been dried for quite some time, right? And I'd like to put lust over it. I've had it in there. You know, it's just like the polyurethane stuff, right? I think. But tell me what your results have been with that, because I'm thinking about doing that, honestly. Yeah, there's that other piece right there. So we'll get all that stuff looking like that. Yeah, tell me what you've done. Like these right here, I mean, I'll put another coat of oil on them, but you can see they're just sucking it in. But when I get done with that, that urethane would keep the water from sucking in and that stuff from drying out so bad, I would think. But, you know, it is oil. And then, so if you put a lacquer on top of oil, is that going to just peel off? I don't know. You tell me what the results you've done with that is, and we'll go from there. So we can oil these, we can glue that stuff together. We'll glue that stuff together first. We'll oil these back up, and we'll start cleaning up those other pieces. So yeah, that'll be good. All right, I didn't want to just show you that I was just me sanding, but man, you just barely sand that and the water spots come right out. That's nice. But we'll get that glued on there. So I got a couple other pieces out here. I'll do these pieces, whatever, and then we'll get to oiling them up. Oh yeah, this one I got to do because I got to glue it. I got to glue it there, and then the backside gets glued on the other piece there, and it's in the building. So, but it's amazing how these just clean up. All right, let me get sanding. Just after I got, I said that how easy it was. I got this piece, and it's totally different. It's actually rough and needs a good sand. So we'll get that sanded down, and we'll do a smoother sand over it, and we'll get her on our way. That first piece though was just amazing. I barely sanded it and the stains came right off of it. So I thought this was going to act it just like that, but nope, not even close. Not even close. Looks like we're getting some rain today. It's cold. It was my blacktop sealer just came by. I have him seal the driveway every year, and too big a chance of rain. Gonna shoot for next week, maybe. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't need it. But I like the kid so much. He's such a hard worker, and he's got to put food on the table, so I just have it done. It's cheap enough. I mean, whatever. But the kid's such a hard worker. I like guys that are out getting it, right? And he's out getting it. So. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but the rain has come. It's raining out there. Get this stuff glued together now. I got it sanded down. And I'll work on the rest of those pieces there, I think. I haven't decided whether I'm going to take those pieces off those cabinets, or if I'm just going to try to sand them down on the cabinets. I'm probably going to have to take the door off of them, because I'm going to work on those separately anyway, but I don't know. I'll worry about it when I get there. I better get a paper towel though. That's what I better get. Yeah, I can never find the paper towel roll when I need it. It's probably over there by the bus, but break out a new one. It's gonna make a mess. I got too much on here, I think, but better let it ooze out than not have enough on there, I guess. All right, with that set up, I got a little too much inside here. I'm gonna try wiping some of that out. Goops on this. I got a little bit there too. Tag on, I'm getting it everywhere. Gotta refresh my memory on this again. That one goes there. I don't know, can you even see the table when I'm working? Probably so. Be terrible. Sometimes I don't think about the camera, I'll tell you. That's getting worse and worse lately. To get busy and Thinking about what I'm doing and not what I'm doing. Not the other thing I'm doing. All right, that one's split too right there, so I need to see if I can get some glue in there and then clamp that too, so we'll get them all fixed at the same time. I'm gonna have to find another clamp real quick though to even get on that. All right, I found a couple more clamps. These I don't care for so much because they get a little bit of an angle going on them, but they will have to do. Keep that in there and hope for the best. All right, well, we'll let this all dry up and we'll try sanding it down when we're done. I think I had the speed camera going when I took these out, but one of them, this one, I have to glue the bottom on, but I don't want to take them apart because they're like a fiberboard inside. Well, I can actually show you on the one that's loose because I got to take it off to put the glue on it anyway. It's this corner, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe that was plywood at one time. I'm not sure. So I don't want to screw around with it, right? So I'm just going to glue this back on, and then we'll sand them all down. I'll tape them off and spray paint this. And the reason I'm going to do that instead of taking the sides off, I just think it's going to fall apart if I do that. So clean them up, sand them up, spray paint the centers white, sand those down, oil them. I think we're going to have a good looking product when we're done. My buddy Kenny and his Fisker Karma we got fixed the other day. It's good to see it on the road. I never worked on one of those before. It was kind of crazy, I'll be honest with you. If you don't know what a Fisker Karma is, it was before Tesla. I think some of the people that built Tesla worked there at Fisker Karma first. Fisker, it's a Fisker, and then Karma's the model. It's a hybrid, and it was before, of course, before Tesla. That's a 2012 model there. Beautiful little car though. He drives a two-boy. It's got like 120,000 miles or something like that on it. It's the Karma Club. They've asked him to send pictures of it and everything because it's probably the highest mile Fisker Karma out there. So, or was at the time when he sent the picture, I guess. So the club was very interested in that, I guess. So fun stuff. But the battery died in it, and you couldn't open the doors, unlock the doors, or open the hood or anything because not the big battery, but the car battery was dead. And to get to that, we had to take the tire off, which was a pain because it seemed simple, but it was a 23 millimeter, which I didn't have in my sets. So I had to order that, and I got it in. And then they had a two-piece chrome over a steel lug, and I've never experienced that before. And the chrome just spun, and it wasn't taking the lug off. So I had to chisel the chrome off to get to the lug, and then it was like a 21 millimeter. Yeah, 21 millimeter socket then fit on the lug, and I got the wheels off. And once I got the wheels off, you got to take the wheel well out. And then I didn't even see the battery. I had to get a flashlight and start looking around, and it was back up towards the passenger compartment, stuck up in there in the fender. And then you had to get a wrench up there where you couldn't see and take the positive terminal off and unhook it. And then, of course, the negative was right there by the fender, so that was the easier one. So then we had to get it, and it was group 48, and group 48s are hard to find, and blah, 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 blah. But we finally figured it all out, got it back, and put it all back together. We also ordered one-piece lugs, and I got those on the front. The rest of them were supposed to come in. Hopefully he's picked them up, but yeah. All right, had to swap batteries out, but so I have to kind of wait to rebuild those for this stuff to dry. I don't want to be pulling that off too fast, probably tomorrow. So I'll let it dry overnight. So I think what I'm going to do is tape this off and spray the fronts of these so they can dry. And then we'll go find something else to do probably. Really, let me know if I can put lust on top of the oil. Maybe I should have stained it and then lusted it, whatever, instead of oil. But let me know about that. See what you think. But I'd like to do that. I like to be shiny and sealed. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe somebody had big negative effects on that or something. I don't know. So let me tape these off and we'll spray these up. We'll let that dry up. I'll let it sit here in the sun for a second. The wind's really blowing when you go around this corner, but that seems to be doing okay. So we'll let it dry up and we'll get another coat on it and we'll go from there. All right, so it looks like we're about the 32-minute mark. I'm editing the video right now. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, bye.